Have you checked your bank account today? Because thousands of Social Security recipients are waking up to find an unexpected $8,700 deposit money the government never intended to send. This isn't a scam or a hoax. It's a massive database glitch affecting the Social Security Administration's payment systems nationwide, and it's happening right now. The most concerning part? Many people are spending this money without realizing they'll have to pay it back. Could you be affected? Stay tuned to find out exactly what's happening and the steps you need to take immediately to protect yourself. Before I dive into all the details of this unprecedented situation, take a second right now to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This story is developing by the hour, and I'll be providing critical updates you won't want to miss. Also, smash that like button to help get this important information to more people who might be affected. Your elderly parents, grandparents, or neighbors could be receiving these erroneous payments without understanding the consequences. Your share could save someone from serious financial trouble. The Social Security Administration is currently experiencing what insiders are calling the most significant payment error in decades. A software update implemented last week has triggered an automated system malfunction, resulting in thousands of recipients receiving extra payments averaging $8,700. But here's the critical part. This money isn't yours to keep, and ignoring this situation could lead to serious consequences. I've spent the last 72 hours investigating this situation, speaking with SSA employees, financial advisors, and recipients who've been affected, and what I've discovered is alarming. Let me take you behind the scenes of how this unprecedented error occurred. According to my sources, within the SSA, a routine database maintenance procedure accidentally activated an emergency payment protocol originally designed for natural disasters. The system identified regular recipients as emergency cases and automatically processed supplemental payments. What makes this situation particularly concerning is that the glitch appears to be affecting recipients randomly across all 50 states, with no pattern to who receives these erroneous deposits. This randomness makes it impossible for the SSA to proactively identify all affected accounts. The timing couldn't be worse. With inflation still impacting household budgets and the holiday season approaching, many recipients who discovered these funds believed they were receiving a legitimate cost of living adjustment or special stimulus payment. Some have already spent portions of these funds on essential needs, home repairs, or holiday preparations. But what happens when the government comes calling for its money back? That's where the situation becomes particularly troubling. What should you do if you've received one of these payments? First, don't panic. The SSA is aware of the situation and working to correct it. However, you absolutely should not spend this money. I cannot stress this enough. These funds will eventually be reclaimed, and spending them could result in significant problems. The money may seem like a windfall, especially during these economically challenging times, but treating it as such could create serious financial complications in the coming months. Let me explain exactly what's happening within the SSA's systems right now. The database glitch originated in what's called the Master Beneficiary Record System, which contains payment information for all Social Security recipients. During a scheduled system update, a coding error accidentally triggered the immediate payment protocol, a system designed to quickly distribute funds during federally declared emergencies. This protocol bypasses several verification steps that would normally catch such errors, allowing payments to be processed and distributed with minimal oversight. How widespread is this issue? While the SSA hasn't released official numbers, internal sources estimate that approximately 175,000 to 230,000 recipients have received these erroneous payments so far. The total financial impact could exceed $1.8 billion if the glitch isn't fully contained soon. And despite emergency teams working around the clock, new cases are still being reported daily. How can you verify if a payment is part of this glitch? The extra deposits typically appear as a separate transaction from your regular benefits, often with the code SSAS-UPP or SSA-EDJ in the description. In some cases, the payment may be divided into multiple smaller deposits over several days, making them less obvious. If you've received any unusual deposits matching these characteristics, you should document them immediately. Take screenshots of your bank statement and contact your local Social Security office right away. I've heard from numerous viewers who initially confused these payments with legitimate adjustments they were expecting. Martha from Ohio told me she received an extra $8,700 deposit just 2 days after discussing a potential benefit recalculation with her local SSA office. She naturally assumed the issues had been resolved in her favor. It wasn't until she saw my previous video on this topic that she realized she needed to contact the SSA immediately. Her quick action may have saved her from significant stress and potential penalties. Are these payments taxable? Will they affect your eligibility for other benefits? These are important questions many recipients are asking. The short answer is that since these payments are errors, they shouldn't impact your tax situation or benefit eligibility, but only if you report and return them promptly. Failure to do so could create a bureaucratic nightmare that might take months or even years to untangle. Let me explain the potential tax implications in more detail. Under normal circumstances, Social Security benefits may be partially taxable depending on your income level. These erroneous payments, if not properly documented and returned, could potentially push some recipients into a higher tax bracket temporarily, affecting their tax liability for 2025. Additionally, for recipients who receive means-tested benefits like Medicaid Supplemental Security Income, SSI, or SNAP benefits, these unexpected deposits could temporarily disqualify them if not properly reported as error payments. What is the SSA doing to fix this problem? According to their emergency response team, they're implementing a system-wide correction that should stop additional erroneous payments from being issued. This includes a comprehensive code review and implementation of additional verification protocols before payments are processed. However, the process of reclaiming already distributed funds is more complex and involves multiple departments within the SSA Treasury Department and potentially even individual banking institutions. Some recipients may see the funds automatically withdrawn from their accounts, particularly if the error is caught quickly and the recipient's bank cooperates with the recovery effort. Others may receive formal notices requesting repayment, which will include instructions for returning the funds. The SSA has indicated they'll be prioritizing larger payments and working backward to ensure the most significant errors are addressed first. Have you already spent the money? This is where things get tricky. The SSA has procedures for handling overpayments, but they typically involve reducing future benefit payments until the debt is repaid. For smaller overpayments, this might mean a reduction of 10% of your monthly benefit until the balance is cleared. For larger amounts like these $8,700 payments, the repayment plan could extend for years, significantly reducing your monthly benefit during that time. If you've already spent a significant portion of these funds, you should contact the SSA immediately to discuss repayment options. In some cases, they may offer hardship waivers or extended repayment plans. But be prepared to provide detailed financial information to qualify for these exceptions. Document your current financial situation, including all income sources, essential expenses, and any extenuating circumstances that might support your case for a hardship waiver. I spoke with financial advisor Elaine Marquez, who specializes in retirement planning, about the situation. She emphasized the importance of being proactive. Even if you've spent some of the money, reaching out to the SSA before they contact you demonstrates good faith and may result in more favorable repayment terms. The worst thing recipients can do is ignore the situation and hope it goes away. Why wasn't this caught earlier? The database glitch exploited a security gap in the SSA's payment verification system. The agency's outdated infrastructure has been a concern for years, with budget constraints delaying critical updates. In fact, a 2023 Inspector General report specifically warned about vulnerabilities in the emergency payment protocols, the exact system that malfunctioned in this case. This situation illustrates the vulnerabilities in our social safety net systems that desperately need addressing. The SSA's computer systems, some of which date back to the 1980s, have been scheduled for modernization for over a decade, but funding issues and competing priorities have repeatedly delayed these critical updates. This incident may finally provide the impetus needed to accelerate these modernization efforts, but that's little comfort to those currently affected by the glitch. What about identity theft concerns? Whenever there's a major system malfunction like this, there's an increased risk of secondary scams. Already, there are reports of scammers calling Social Security recipients, claiming to be from the SSA, and offering to help resolve the overpayment. These scammers then request personal information or even demand payment via gift cards or wire transfers. Remember, the real SSA will never ask for payment via gift cards, and they already have your Social Security number. They don't need to verify it over the phone. If you receive such a call, hang up immediately and report it to the SSA's fraud hotline at 1-800-269-271. The only legitimate communications about this issue will come through official SSA channels, including mailed notices on SSA letterhead or secure messages through your My Social Security account. Remember, financial institutions are already flagging these unusual deposits, and the government will eventually balance its books. The question isn't if these funds will be reclaimed, but when and how. Being proactive now can save you significant stress and potential financial hardship later. Banks across the country have been instructed to watch for these suspicious deposits, and some have already begun implementing additional verification measures for large SSA deposits. There are also growing concerns about how this glitch might impact the SSA's already strained resources. With customer service wait times at many field offices already exceeding 2 hours, this additional crisis could further delay assistance for those with critical needs. If you need to visit an SSA office regarding this issue, consider scheduling an appointment in advance, rather than walking in, and bring all relevant documentation, including bank statements showing the erroneous deposit. For those concerned about potential credit impacts, I've consulted with several financial experts who confirm that returning these erroneous payments should not negatively affect your credit score. However, if you ignore repayment requests and the matter escalates to collection actions, that could potentially impact your credit. This is yet another reason to address the situation proactively. I'll be providing daily updates on this situation as it develops. If you've been affected by this glitch or have additional information, share your experience in the comments section below. Knowledge is our best defense against the confusion this situation has created. I am also creating a dedicated community forum on my website where affected individuals can share resources and support one another through this challenging situation. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and remember, when it comes to unexpected government money, the old saying remains true: if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. This is a developing story, and I'll be right here tracking every new development to keep you informed and protected. Thank you for watching this emergency broadcast. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who receives Social Security benefits. Your single share could save someone from a financial disaster they never saw coming.